Hey guys, before this video starts, I just wanted to quickly mention that we're going to be doing a Halloween live stream on October 31st, Halloween night, starting at around 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I, Alex, am going to be playing Friday the 13th, Costume Quest 2, and South Park. So make sure you join us on Podcast Now at youtube.com. We're going to be live streaming that night, just playing those 3 games, having some fun. I'll be talking to you guys through live stream, anything you want to talk about, just, a nice little hangout to celebrate Halloween together. So I will see you guys there. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and I'm here today to review Life is Strange Before the Storm Episode 2, Brave New World. Now, we already have the complete playthrough of the episode on the channel where I play through all of Episode 2. Also, where I play through all of Episode 1. So if you want to catch up with the series or you want to see the actual game from my perspective, definitely go check that out. We did a whole bunch of stuff with Episode 1. I'm planning on doing a few things with Episode 2 as well. So Brave New World is a very good episode. I'll just come out and say that first. I really enjoyed this episode. It felt good to be able to jump back in to a Life is Strange game so soon after jumping in the last time, if you know what I mean. Like, it feels really good because the last time we got to do that was nearly 2 years ago with Life is Strange Season 1, where, we'd play it probably once every 2 months. Very much the same kind of structure with Before the Storm, but, we haven't just been able to do that in a while, so it felt good to go back to this world. It felt good to see Chloe and see Rachel again, and that's really where this game shines another time. I mean, this is again the building of the relationship between Rachel and Chloe and what they kind of mean to each other and symbolize to each other in this world that they live in. I mean, this game is depressing at times. I mean, it's kind of almost even hard to play the game when, you want to feel passionate about the choices you're making and you want to feel like, yes, there could be this future where I run away with Rachel and, we just have everything we want because we're together, right? It's such a cool thing to think about, and you want, especially when you're playing as Chloe, you really believe that and you really feel passionate about that, and how much so definitely does depend upon you. But at the same time, you as the player, if you've played Life is Strange, you know where this is going. You know what's going to happen to Rachel. And, another thing I actually kind of forgot about is you kind of know what could happen to Chloe, too. Depending on how you end the game, she could die, too. You could actually kill her. So, depending on how you play, things get really, really grim very, very soon. This is the second to last episode, right? It's episode 2. There's only one episode left, and we know what's going to happen to Rachel, and we know what happens to Chloe, depending on our choices. So, it's something that has always been in the back of my mind as I'm playing through episode 1 and 2, and that doesn't take away from the game at all. I think it actually gives it a new layer. Another thing that I felt like it gave a layer to in this episode even more was Chloe's actual life. I mean, she is reeling. She gets expelled from her school. Her mom, Joyce, moves in David to the house to try and fix things, and Chloe will not have it. She's not going to live in the house that David lives in, so she's not coming home, at least for the time being. She's just out, and she goes through, she cares about Rachel, and they're gonna hang out after the play and all this stuff, and then we'll talk about the actual play in a second. But it's going through stuff, and you just see what a loss of Max does to this character. I think it's super cool how this game has played with that and how this game has just made Chloe feel and act. She is kind of a lost cause. She's somebody that's missing something that is starting to be more and more filled out by Rachel, which makes sense, and it completes kind of the circle that we've heard about in Life is Strange, how much that Rachel meant to Chloe and how Rachel really filled the void that Max left. And I feel like we're feeling that even more in this episode. I mean, it's just blatantly apparent what Chloe's life is without Max, and it sucks, again, to think about it in a Chloe perspective, that she's lost her best friend, this person she cares so much about, but all throughout the game, episode 1 and 2, it's made very apparent that she simultaneously hates and loves Max, right? She would take her back, it's in the journal entry at some point, too, where she's talking about them dressing up as pirates, and she says, to my ex to my ex-best friend. So like she's done with Max. But in the same journal entry, she says how much fun it was dressing up like pirates, and how if Max came back tomorrow, and I would dress up as a pirate again in a heartbeat. So it's just super apparent how much they mean to each other and how much Max meant to Chloe and what the loss of Max has done to her. It's tough. And same thing with her father, right? We get to see her father again in the flashback. I mean, this episode was super good. It was slow. There wasn't as much to it. The play was very, very cool. I really enjoyed the play. I mean, I read over the lines once. I looked through the pages, but I didn't, like, in my mind try and memorize it because I didn't think the game would actually make you do it. And then it did, and I was like, well, I'm glad I memorized some of the lines, and I actually tried to get as many as I could, and I actually almost got like a perfect playthrough of remembering the lines. But that was super symbolic, obviously, and super powerful, this relationship that Rachel and Chloe have. And then obviously the ending, if you don't want to know the ending, I'm not going to say it here, but the ending was quite the bombshell. But the whole dinner, getting ready for the dinner thing at Rachel's house was very, very cool. A little awkward, like Chloe's kind of this funny, sassy, snarky girl, and Rachel's parents just don't understand, actually. They don't even get it at that point. And then obviously the very, very end was, it's tough. Rachel has a lot of problems too, and then what we find out at the end of it is tough as well. So there's a lot of personal struggles going on. I think that's obviously what Life is Strange is all about, is personal struggles and the things that happen to these characters, and that's why we love it so much. It was another example of the game baiting us into saying life is strange without actually saying it. In fact, they even say life is, and you can pick the word strange to finish the sentence. I think they used unusual, but they didn't use, whatever they used, they didn't use the word strange, which is both infuriating and awesome that they've never used that sentence. Max never said it. She almost did like 4 times. Chloe's never said it. That's just like an extra tidbit. But this episode is super good. It's way slower. It is way more, I think, personal than episode 1. I don't know which one I like more. I think episode 1 had more to do in it. It had more like big time things in it. But episode 2 was definitely more powerful, I think, just from a personal level. Even if not a lot happened, still stuff did. It was a lot more character building and character growing, which I really, really liked. Nice meaty episode. I really liked the play times of these Life is Strange games. They're long. They're like 2 hours, 45 minutes. They're good. They have their place in the gaming world, just like Telltale's 1 hour and 15-minute games have their place. I mean, they really do both have their place. I enjoy both for different reasons. So this episode was fantastic. I cannot wait to see what they do with episode 3 and the farewell episode. Very soon we're going to be doing a little bit more with Life is Strange, talking about maybe what I think episode 3 could be or what I think that the farewell episode could be. So we'll be getting to that soon in a couple days with a new video. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Podcast Now, like and share the video. And again, we have the complete walkthrough of the game on the channel already. So make sure you go check that out. We've already played through all of episode 1 and 2, so that's there if you wanted to catch up. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next Life is Strange video. Just to let you guys know, we're going to be doing a Star Wars Battlefront 2 Community Day event on Sunday, November 19th and Sunday, November 26th, where Tyler and I will be playing Star Wars Battlefront 2 from 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we want to play with you. Those who have Star Wars Battlefront 2, we welcome you to play with us. We'll be collecting your names and hopefully being able to get into groups with you. We want to play with you, and we're giving you some incentive to do such. We're going to be giving away one $25 Fandango gift card to a person that plays with us on each event, as well as one $15 Fandango gift card to somebody who watches us on each event. So both events are going to have one set each of the gift cards, $125 and $115 for events 1 and 2. Again, this is taking place November 19th to the 26th. We hope to see you there.